educated little fuckers. More comfortable, smoking time, these going crackers like lunchables. Pussy is the only thing that they keep you from punishment. So thank the Lord Christ, the general did a humble truth. So now I blaze on the right for correction, that's a blessing. I get on the tracks and take a number 2. We about to provide their whole operation. Certified priests, prophesied this my occupation. This shit outrageous. They done made this truth outside. That's why we on the corner crying aloud, looking hostile. I.S.U.P.K style. They stop now. Try this warfare couldn't last one round. Let the oppressed rise. Let the rich mourn till the sundown. Enough with this shit. About to make it hot. Call it compound. This for my niggas, put the guns and the drugs down. Dwelling in peace in the Lord, call for the blood. Hey, try to decide my death, and y'all beside yourself. Sworn drawn for what you perform, how you gon' hide yourself? Devil got to die for his lies and his dreams. Ain't got no love for the practice. No, just ruling teachers. And then my father's house is feeding mansions. I got plenty of bitches for the adventures. This your death sentence. I'm talking the real slaughter, slaughter. They can't do not ride. To feel the world with lies. Ain't down for your skin. You gon' die for your crime. That's why you're in you. So warn for your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils let the enemies slaughter. Now they shook my vicious words out this handed book. About to take these rappers back to school. My bro standing hook. They crossed the line, ain't no coming back. You became no cowards. The only thing sweet is the honey jet. Righteous is the Lord. Give me rest from my sorrow. And hang down death for them devils. There's no tomorrow. Why? Cause they violence leave a man to stem corpse. You see a flag in the bench, I see horns in the pitchfork. Go ahead. So please believe it. The white man is a demon. And I ain't gon' go with them to free me. No, that beat is still weak. They call the purple is why the snipes till they broke like ceiling. You got this nigga on his knees. They wanna have peace. We're screaming, let this bitch burn at 1,000 degrees. I'm laying in the bosom of revenge. I told her I'd do anything she please. As I squeeze on the double D's. What you mean? I'm talking about slaughter. They can't do not ride. They feel the world with lies. Ain't down for your skin. You gon' die for your crime. That's why you're in you. So warn for your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, let them hear. Till the devils let the enemies slaughter.
The police just shot him for no apparent reason. No reason at all. They asked for license and registration. That's the police officer over there that did it. With the black on.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to see
I can't believe they did it.
Slaughter. They can't do not ride. They feel the world with lies. Ain't down for your skin. You gon' die for your crime. That's why you're in you. So warn for your life. Try to destroy my people. You gotta pay the price, nigga. You gotta hear, Know the people been waiting for a minute for something more authentic. Came in the truth and boss in it, made niggas recruit. Had to shed light on the false image of I.S.U.P.K hardcore. Now who the fuck was scrimmage for word for sure? Facts, what is? Good riddance, don't affiliate with them in the symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This is death threat in hip hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some grimlock. When the last time you heard it this wrong? What I wish for is when the earth inherited by the piss fall. We're in the war, if the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no pics or no cars to hold. Only able to watch my steps to God, my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga. Let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50. I said now wake and sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. I'm taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge of beauty, I'm a beast. I told that bitch she can't eat unless she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. I'm all fall on them like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony, bring it back to the anvil. Plus everything I drop heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in the stand field. I know you feel me, nigga. From quantity, it gotta be one man win. And the rest lose. Wayne devastated from calculating my next move. You became a real nigga, seek refuge. Body shot from hard, that'll get you bruised. A nigga's whole right to check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your mood on your little holiday like a Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the fall. Bitches in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog down by the letter. I live by that protocol, walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope for you struggles. Like the war resist. I'm get poured into a world that never left. I will endure. Intellectual be pure, correctional be swift. No Will Smith, but I am left. What else would you call a killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. All gold like a German chef. Young and a restless, sweat honor like a German next. I know you feel me, nigga.
Purchase your tracks today. It's probably not a way.
You gotta love him there with you, bless you. He mad. He mad as shit about that swag, man. You need to read that nigga some scriptures. Read him a few scriptures on the swine, nigga. They ain't gonna know it's unclean. He'll really do unclean things. No Christians allowed. No Christians allowed, man. Body gonna die. Hey, I be sipping on my star. You fuck over me today, but I can't fuck with you tomorrow. Ain't no man and I can borrow. I will spread that I.S.U.P.K and tell them devils for my star. Try to rob me for my check, nigga. Then I break them laws, you know that's stabbing, nigga. What if the Lord took you out your flesh, nigga? Hey, fucking with the prophets, you get less, nigga. In the belly of the beast, I am all about my butter. Got the jelly with the wheat. Niggas know it ain't sweet, though. Like a piece of roll, you can feel the heat, though. Young newly data cars need a ski, though. I'm sliding on them cold as a Minnesota winter. I survive it on them like the Eskimos. Yes, you know the natives be the brothers. Shout out to the Haitians, we above them because we got be that nation, motherfucker. Every time I got them on, I got them hating, motherfucker. I don't put no products on, that's that devil wear. Every time you see me with that metal voice, have a clip, strong like electric chair. Niggas feel that fire, niggas getting shot when I talk what they desire. But everything was prior, the prophecy is coming out. The niggas get to running when the truckers get to drumming out. Why? I be sipping on my car. You fuck over me today, but I can't fuck with you tomorrow. Pay no mind and I can borrow. I will spread that U.P.K and sell them devils for my star. Try to rob me for my check, nigga. Then I break them laws, you know that's death, nigga. What if the Lord took you out your flesh, nigga? Fucking with them prophets, you get less, nigga. Just trying to do what a motherfucking prophet do. Why you trying to stop it, dude? If this is not the truth, would I die for a lie? Hell nah, I never do. I'ma die for the truth. This is what I'm telling you. Hoping that your mind bulletproof for what they telling you. Hoping you ain't buying all the lies they been telling you. Never knew all the fucking faggot shit they never do. That they done, come like the revenue. We on the grind trying to help the Jews find they mind. They feel like Jews, but we still gon' shine. Our brothers gon' lock up. All they doing is sign. I can't wait until the devil gotta pay for his crimes. Hey, I be sipping on my car. You fucked over me today, but I can't fuck with you tomorrow. Pay no mind and I can borrow. I will spread that U.P.K and sell them devils for my sorrow. Try to rob me for my check, nigga. Then I break them laws, you know that's death, nigga. What if the Lord took you out your flesh, nigga? Fucking with them prophets, you get less, nigga. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them cleaning. If any try to coach you, make sure that you keep thinking. He said, I'm gonna hold you down with bros. How you got me moving this dope? Want me in lock up? He said, don't you want the best vertical with the top up? Yeah. Stop, bitch. Get in that kitchen. Let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's pop up. I know you know why. Who the plug from by the block up? I'll tell you a little secret. Make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ron got a Lexus, crimping Philly in Texas. Tripping the Bahamas, Scotty with his mama. He's fucking up in house. Be honest, he's seeing decent though. I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. Fact, he ain't looking too good. His knees is kind of slow. I asked him why the struggle. He got stuck for his bundle, but these 6 hours in his legs what made him crumble. He got the house, mama is living good. He said the fast took it all. He right back in the hood. I see you try to play me. You gave us crack in the 80s. Made us support our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than them cars to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars for being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't face it. I guarantee you will regret it. Remember I said it. No, you could get it. What you saying? I can't win? No, devil, nice try. So until we meet again, I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghettos. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious. But we've been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of ours and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die a martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my fight. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And Your Honor, why you gave our homeboys life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from our baby spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's tripe, I'm just giving visuals like Snipe. Ask Trayvon, Mike Brown, the Kai Curly, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando Holden, Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. I ain't at the die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. God knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I said I pray for God every devil.
And Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Shah Brakam, to all my brothers, Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Alatham Shemar Shah to all my sisters, all right? It's I.S.U.P.K, Minneapolis. I'm filling in for Officer Kadas Ayan for the time being. Today we are going to touch on a few things, a few scriptures that I want to touch on concerning the law. The first scripture that I want everybody to go to is Romans 13 and 11. And we know in the book of Romans, this has everything to do with the law. Paul was a man who, dissected and, really simplified what the laws was. See what I'm saying? He broke it down. He repeated, repeated and reiterated what Moses said in the first 5 books. See what I'm saying? All the way to, going back to the way beginning Genesis. And then reiterating what Yahweh had said as well in the law. And Christ did the same thing when it came to Moses. In the law when it came to Adam. You see what I'm saying? Because we all know that Adam was the first man to have the law. So I'm saying the law, statute, and commandments. And the law, statute, and commandments is life. It's the living water. But the reason why we grabbed Romans 13 and 11 is because right now in 2019 we are in a day and time where there's so much going on around us. There's so much going on in the earth that is running circles around our heads. And if y'all could, make sure your phone is on mute. For water. There's so much stuff going on right now to where Black and Hispanic people have to be focused. They have to pay attention to what's going on around them in order to move through this life up until Yahweh arrives. Okay? So get Romans 13 and 11.
Romans chapter 13.
So like actually verse 10 is good.
Romans chapter 13, verse 10. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law.
Actually, it's like one more time. Get verse 9. Actually, I'm on verse 9. I think that's where we should start at.
Romans chapter 13, verse 9.
Yep.
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery.
For what?
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery.
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. Oh, that's like verse 8. My bad, that's like verse 8 is where I missed it at. Go ahead. Verse 8. I'll leave you alone after that.
Romans chapter 13, verse 8. Owe no man anything but to love one another.
But you do what?
Love one another.
But to love one another. See what I'm saying? It says, owe no man anything but. You don't owe nobody anything except for one thing. It's to love your brother. Keep going.
For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law.
So the law is loving your brother. See what I'm saying? That goes hand in hand with brotherhood. Loving your brother conquers a lot of things. You know how they say love conquers all? What type of love is that? See what I'm saying? Love conquers all. They say love conquers hate. They say it such a Christian way. You know what I mean? But, you know, what conquers black on black crime is brothers loving each other. You know what I mean? Arguments turn into, you know, salutes. See what I'm saying? Fighting turns into, you know, hey, I'll fight for you versus fighting against you. You see what I'm saying? It's better to fight with your brother instead of against your brother. You know what I mean? That's a real fight. When y'all are side by side taking on the wicked powers of this world. See what I'm saying? And the law, if we all keep the law, which is loving one another, we can be a powerful people. Now, we do something, we don't do what we are supposed to do according to the Bible, but the heathens do. They have a stronger sense of brotherhood. When a white man feels oppressed, they all come together, right? When the British was getting taxed, they went to war. That's why they had that British war. You know what I'm saying? Because of taxes. They went to war because of that. They came together to fight for oil. But we fight up against each other over materialistic things. That does not make any sense. We fight because someone said something that you did not like. See what I'm saying? That's small. That's the small petty things that needs to be, you know, washed away. See what I'm saying? So keep going on that.
Verse 9. For this thou shalt not commit adultery.
What is adultery? Thou shalt not. Thou shalt not is an order saying don't do it. What is adultery? Does anybody know? Go ahead,
Sleeping with another man's woman.
And what else? It's another form of adultery as well. Adultery and fornication is pretty similar. Go ahead.
Like being a Christian. It's like an adultery towards God, towards the high. Okay,
when you serve another God besides Him. That's right. That's right. It's like a form of like you cheating on your God. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You switched up from your God to somebody else's. That's adultery with idols. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping other idols. All right, and having unlawful sex, right? Sure. See what I'm saying? Can you have sex with your wife's mother, whether she's married or not? You can't do it. That's in the law. I believe that's in the book of Leviticus how you will get stoned to death. See what I'm saying? Can you indulge in bestiality? And right. And I put that out there because I believe it's still, I don't know if it's still 14 states in the U.S., but I believe it's more now. I'll be quite honest. Over 14 states or more, they legalize bestiality, where it's okay to have sex with animals, which is very disgusting. In the Bible, it says that if a man has sex with an animal, that man dies and the beast died. Now the beast just got raped. He didn't do nothing. But even the beast got to die. Would you want to eat that? That cow, that burger? I mean, would you want to eat that? I mean, and I see why it's killed because it's filthy. Right. It's it's no good. You see what I'm saying? It's like eating something that's rotten. You see what I'm saying? So read that one more time.
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery.
You should not commit adultery, having unlawful sex. Unlawful sex can be bestiality, having sex with the same gender as yourself. marrying somebody that's not your wife or your husband. See what I'm saying? You worshiping other gods that are you should serve one God, of course. And it's so funny because when you read about Christopher Columbus, you know what I mean, he talks about in his memoirs how the Native Americans were people that served one God. If I'm not mistaken, if that was him that said that, I believe it was. See what I'm saying? Like people, like the heathens round about us already knew that we served one power. Everybody else serves many so-called powers, but they're all fake. They're not real at all. All right? So keep going.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill, meaning you shall not shed innocent blood. Are we Christians? Do we not defend ourselves? We defend ourselves. But that's not killing. That's self-defense. See what I'm saying? You know, if that person loses their life, you were protecting your own. You have every right to protect your own life. That's self-defense, and that's justice. Because if the tables were flipped around, the white man would definitely defend himself, right?
Sure.
And I'm saying it on purpose because in a white man's world, self-defense can look like murder, manslaughter sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But it's never manslaughter when he kills our own. Y'all know this devil just killed a sister in Houston. I've seen the video. See what I'm saying? And this happened like two days ago. I'll say 2.5 days ago. See what I'm saying? Murdered that sister in cold blood. And on video.
While she was on the ground.
While she was on the ground.
Shot her like 5 times.
5 times. You know what I'm saying? It said that she was pregnant, but then it said that, it was confirmed that she wasn't. Whether she was pregnant or not, she was not a threat. See what I'm saying? She was really trying to get away from Tyler. But he was pulling her closer to make a scene. Well, she grabbed my taser. But the first thing you grab is the gun. Well, first you grab the taser, then you grab the gun. See what I'm saying? So keep going. So thou shalt not kill. But more than anything, this is for the Israelites. You should not shed innocent blood. All right, keep going.
Thou shalt not steal.
You should not covet things that are not our own. Keep your hands to yourself when it comes to things that are not yours. If you want something, you better ask, you better work for it. Don't be like the heathen and just take what you think is yours. That's not how it works in this world. There are people that are thieves and they get adrenaline, they get a high off of it. They take anything that they put their eye on. And that's what's going to get you hurt and killed. It's going to be the reason why you stay in jail. It's going to be the reason why no one's going to trust you once you're around. It's going to let everybody know that you are a thief. And there's so many ways to steal something. It ain't always got to be physical. But you better not covet anything. Don't take somebody else's wife. See what I'm saying? Open that door. Don't take somebody else's wife. Don't take somebody else's car. Keep it to yourself. Keep going.
You
ready? Okay, keep going.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Meaning, don't be a person who lies on another person for any cause, any reason. See what I'm saying? Don't be that person that's, don't be that hype man and be like, yeah, he did it. See what I'm saying? That man, I saw him. You know what I'm saying? That's you want a little price, huh? Keep going.
Thou shalt not covet.
Thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not take what is not yours. See what I'm saying? Once again, keep your hands to yourself. Don't steal that person's car. Don't steal a person's J's. Don't take nothing from nobody's house. Ready? Okay, come on. Gonna get a class over to Kudas Dayan.
Hey, good work, son.
I'll take my smile.
Hey, that's right. That's a hell of a thing you were talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? The water for holding it down. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get right back into it, man. But you definitely, it's 100%. Don't be bearing false witness and coveting. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's nothing. Go ahead.
Every time I teach, it's like I'm gonna teach us how to teach.
So, you know what I'm saying? No, that's what's up, bro. We're gonna get into some things now. I'm gonna say, hey, Shalom, Yahweh, Yahweh, Rakatah. To all the brothers, Shalom, Yahweh, Shema, Yahweh, all the sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? One thing that today I teach you is that there's no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Satan gonna come at you with all type of reasons, man, especially to keep you from doing the work of the Most High. Right. You know what I'm saying? And today has been a trying day. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing gonna stop me from doing the work of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens, you know, this work got to get done. You know what I'm saying? This is your first wife. This is your first love. This is the first thing that comes first. And when you start to put things ahead and before the work of the Lord, those things that you put ahead of the Most High will start to get taken away from you. Right. All right. He will start to take them away, the things that you think is more important. You know what I'm saying? You think, you know, the Most High shows you, yeah, you've been doing a little bit, you've been doing right. I'm gonna hit you with this. I'm gonna hit you with that. That's to let you know. I'm rocking with you. I see you. But when you start to put those things above the Most High, they say the Most High, the Lord is a jealous God. You know what I'm saying? You acting like the goddamn Kemet. You know what I'm saying? You want to praise the Son instead of praising the Most High who gave you the Son. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to start doing. Right. You know, you want to start putting more effort into your slavery, into your woman, when the Most High is the reason you got those things. You want to put all your, you know what I'm saying, your faith and your effort into making sure those things is taken care of, man. But man, we're in a terrible time, man. This white man is running rampant right now because he's very upset. But Salaki, before we get into Shalom, Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh, Shem, Barakatah to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh, Shem, all the Shem, Yahweh, shout out all the sisters, all right? Subscribe and share the class, you know what I'm saying? If you're watching, share the class, pay your tithes, all right? We coming out here, we're doing this work all over the country, send it in, pay your tithes, all right? So go to I.S.U.P.K.com and send the tithes in, man, so we can continue to do the work of the Lord, man, make sure brothers and sisters have what they need all over the country and all outside the country, all right? So, make sure that happens, man. So to get back into it, man, like I said, man, this white man is running rampant because he is upset. He is upset right now. His synagogues been getting shot up, left and right, you know what I'm saying, all over the past. So they was mad, man. And so now brothers is getting killed, left and right. Just like when Obama got in office. You know what I'm saying? Brothers had a little bit of confidence, was feeling good about themselves. Like, oh, you niggas feeling good? Then Trayvon Martin, Freddie Gray, you know what I'm saying, Sandra Bland, all that, you ain't allowed to feel confidence in this empire. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this dealing with this white man. He don't want you to feel no confidence. He don't want you to feel good about yourself. Nothing. He got to be involved in it every way. You can't even be in the elevator dapping your homeboys up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, what about me? Like, man, this is for us, man. You know what I'm saying? You would never do it. Like in your mind, you see a group of Edomites get on the elevator, talking to each other, copying each other up. Hey, what about me? You gonna sit back like, whatever. I got man, let me get up off this elevator immediately. You know what I'm saying, or something. But you ain't gonna do that. But you're not allowed to have confidence and feel good. And if you ain't been paying attention, what I'm talking about is, saying we get, like I said, I've been having trouble finding, some of the stories, especially this one story that happened right here in Minnesota, where the teacher just called a student a dumbass nigga. You know what I'm saying? The teacher right here in Minnesota, in St. Paul. You know what I'm saying? Just called it. I've been looking for it. I think they took it down off I think they took it down. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to read it, man. Also, the little 14-year-old boy, you know what I'm saying, got shot twice. You know what I'm saying? In the little, they having fun in the backyard of like an abandoned building or something. Him and they friends back there shooting BB guns at each other. And technically, they trying to be the safest they can. They went and got into it in an area where nobody can get hurt but the people who involved in this game. Because they was playing that in the neighborhood on the block. They accidentally can shoot a little kid that's riding their bike with a BB gun. Shoot their little sister that's playing. They went and got a little secluded area with the brothers who, want to shoot BB guns and have some fun like that. The police come, not even 6 seconds. He put the gun through a crack in the gate. Do anybody know about the story? Seen that? He put the gun through the crack in the gates. Show me your hands. 0.6 seconds, he's pulling the trigger and shot this boy. I had to battle with some coon a little bit. He's gonna come on the back trying to act like the devil aimed. Well, he aimed for the leg. Like, you just want to give these devils credit anyway. He tried to kill her, but the Lord was with the child, and the Lord saved the child. You know what I'm saying? The Lord did that for him. That white man ain't show him no mercy. Why you want to be quick to show the white man some mercy? Go ahead.
The sister with cop.
Yeah, well, we gonna get right into that one too. Yeah, we gonna that's the next one. But I just wanted to you 100% like everybody know about it. But I just wanted to make sure we touch on the fact that like I said, our people try to every second they get they want to hug the devil who was killing them and forgive them. This dude instantly talking about he shot him in the leg to show he didn't lose his job. I'm like, have you not been paying attention? They don't lose their jobs for killing niggas. They get paid leave for killing niggas. What is you talking about? You just want to give the white man mercy, show the white man mercy, and give him so much, credit, and he's just a marksman, huh? But do you not know you can get killed, you can die from a leg shot? Right. Let alone you can hit a major artery. Right. So he had so much aim when he missed that artery on purpose, huh? Right. Like you guys have so much admiration for this devil, man. It just really gets under my skin, man. Right. The cooning that happens with our people. Like he shot through a crack in the gate 2 seconds. The white man, he showed him some mercy. He aimed for the leg. He did that on purpose. Like what? Go ahead.
So like y'all he knew the kid had a BB gun.
Right, said it.
He said, it's a BB gun, and he still shot him.
Still shot him, man. Knowing that's the toy. Like I said, what I'm saying? Pull up that scripture, man. They like a lion, seeking who they were going to devour. You know what I'm saying? That's they chop. But that's a heavy one, man. But if you could, man, grab John 3 and 14, man. 3 and 14 real quick. And I'm gonna get to that question. I had a question sent to me, asking about, and it went right along with this too, asking about Satan, Lucifer, and the devil. Like, why you call, like I said, the coon pop up out everywhere. Why is the white man the devil? Why do y'all call him the devil that the Bible speaks of? What's the, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into that and break down Lucifer, Satan, the devil, all those things. So we're gonna break it down in these scriptures, man, because our people, man, is just so destroyed, man. And they just want to find any reason to love this man, love their oppressor, and the man that's killing them in the streets and all the kind. They want to find any reason, man, to love them. And it's really sickening, man. And I'm glad they have a diagnosis for it because it's a sickness. It's called who knows their diagnosis. Go ahead. Stockholm syndrome. Give him a hand. That's 100% right. You know what I'm saying? 100%, man. Stockholm syndrome that our people suffer from, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to love your oppressor, love the monster that's oppressing you and beating you down in the streets, man. Like I said, man, share this truth, man, so people can get this knowledge and get this information. All right. We want to make sure we get that out. You got that scripture?
Yeah.
All right, go. Let the brother, you got it?
John
3 and 14. Let's get it.
John chapter 3, verse 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even...
No. I said 3 and 14. It's the life.
So like I heard about online.
Yeah, I want that one too. Grab that one. You grab that one real quick. I told the brother the wrong.
Yeah, I got it already.
Grab Romans. I want you to hold that one though, because I do want that. But hold that one and grab Romans 13 and 11 is what I meant to say.
Oh, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober. Be vigilant.
No. Read the word. Oh yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Be sober. Be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walks about, seeking whom he may devour.
Right, your adversary, the who?
The devil.
The who?
The devil.
The devil, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't understand who the devil is at this point, you don't want to know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You love it. Your adversary, the devil. If you don't know who your adversary is your enemy.
Right.
If you don't know who your adversary is at this point, man, you don't want to know. You don't want to know, man. You know what I'm saying? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's time to hear they might, we try to be politically correct and say our oppressor is the devil and all of that, but right now, man, you know what I'm saying? Our people need to understand. Like they shooting you down in the street, killing you like dogs in the street. Like the brother just had mentioned a second ago, we was gonna talk about next, that sister in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Just shot her down like a dog in the streets now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like nothing. She could have did anything to the sister, could have overpowered, you know what I mean? Anything. But they don't have no remorse. Read that again.
God. Be sober.
Be sober, man. Be on point out there. Be clear-minded out there in the streets, man. Because, you know what I'm saying, we at war. There's race wars going on if you ain't paying attention, if you don't understand. You have to be sober, man, and be on point with what's going on in these streets, okay? You gotta be on point so you ain't running around, what did I do? You already know what it is. It's wartime, they wanna kill you, so just sit there, do anything, because they'll kill you for nothing. We already seen Philando Castile told him, hey, I have a registered pistol here, just to let you know so you ain't nervous about anything, which, that wasn't wise to do when you at war. That gives him a read. But he ain't have to tell him, let him find it. If he pull you out the car and search you, let him take it off your head. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to disclose that information. They are already scared of you for being a black man anyway. They want to kill you for that. Now you just giving them ammunition. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, it's wartime, we're at war, and that's our enemy. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who your enemy is and how to deal. Be wild as a serpent, but gentle as a dove. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture said. You got to be wise. You know what I'm saying? And don't be so scared to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, what they gonna do? They gonna take you to jail? Go to jail. Go to sleep, wake up, get out. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, what did I do? Get your hands off me. You that terrified to go to jail? Like, no. I know it's irritating, frustrating, but this is what being in hell is. We are in hell. We are in captivity. We in slavery. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to deal with those type of things. You don't want to deal with those type of things. Get your life right with the Most High, and you will be, you know what I'm saying, in a heavenly state. You know what I'm saying? You will be a part of this little sanctuary that He has built in the I.S.U.P.K under command of General YAHANNA. All right? We have a little sanctuary here, man, where brothers who really is under the hedge of protection of the Most High have that place where you can go and feel brotherhood, feel sisterhood, feel, you know what I'm saying? And have that place where the Lord is with this place, where you ain't, that kind of thing ain't happening to us. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord has the hedge of protection over you. And you won't have to deal with those type of things. But if you don't have the hedge of protection over you from the Most High, those are the type of things you're going to have to deal with in your life. You're going to have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You're doing things wrong. You're doing things that are against the scriptures. The wages of sin is what? Death. You know what I'm saying? We understand what's going to happen. It might not come right away. It don't got to be a physical death. You know what I'm saying? But it feels like death happening to sleep in a damn cell with 20 niggas. You know what I'm saying? You told us this, with all these, jail ain't nowhere, locked in the cage. Somebody telling you to eat, when to use the bathroom, when to sleep, when to get up, when you can call your woman and talk to your kids. That's hell. You know what I mean? Like, so you gotta, so we have to get to a point where we keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's why we do this class. This is the law class, by the way. All over the country and outside of the country, you're gonna see brothers, teaching this law class, because this is what it's gonna take for us to get out of this hellish condition. All right? Read that scripture.
Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time.
Read that again.
And that knowing the time.
And that knowing the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. Like we say in the hood, you see what time it is. You know what time it is. You see what's going on. All right? Keep going.
That now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
It's high time to awake out of sleep, man. It's high time to awake out of that slumber that you're in, being naive and sleep to who your enemy really is. Naive and sleep to what's really going on in this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be sleep to, like social media. It's out there. Everybody's seeing the evil that's going on. Like I said, it was a little quiet for a second, but a couple mobs get shot up, a couple white people get killed, black people feeling good. Now they gotta come and ruin that and show you what time it is. And it's what? Read that again.
That is high time to awake out of sleep.
It's high time to wake out of that sleep, man. It's time to wake up. You ain't got no more excuses. You know what I'm saying? The devil is showing you who he is. You know what I'm saying? He's showing you what's going on. You're seeing your people getting slaughtered in the streets. If you are seriously tired, you know what I'm saying? Like I always say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what I'm saying? But if you're really tired of going through what you're going through, man, it's time to do something about it. And we have the solution. And the solution is to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Right. Get back to these laws, get back to your customs, your culture. You know what I'm saying? Get that hedge of protection over you by the Most High. And like the scriptures say, you know, the Lord will be, you know, an enemy to your enemies. Right. And the adversary to your adversary. You know what I'm saying? Man, pull that up. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened for us. We will get up out of this hell. You know what I'm saying? This hellish condition, man, this hellish situation that we in, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this white man is showing who he is. You know what I'm saying? He knows exactly who he is. He knows he is a devil. You know what I'm saying? Like when we say devil, that word devil means deceiver. You know what I'm saying? He is deceiving everybody. You know what I'm saying? Making that woman out. Right now already, they're trying to make that woman who that animal killed in the street. They're trying to make that woman out to be some villain. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, she had a problem. Like when now stories come out, she didn't have no drugs, alcohol even in her system. She's just tired of being, you know, you can't even be outside of your house without getting harassed and being terrorized. Like you get tired of it. Like, man, I'm not dealing with this. I'm tired. Like, we understand. You know, we understand what's going on. But you're gonna have to deal with it, man, if you continue to being the disgusting person you've always been your whole life. That's gonna be your judgment. You know what I'm saying? And it's a horrible thing, man, and I feel for our people, you know what I'm saying, who has to suffer those things, man. But go ahead, brother.
Come. Exodus 23:22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice.
You sure what?
But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice.
We should indeed obey his voice. You know what I'm saying? Indeed obey his voice in what you do. The things that you do, if you really doing those things that the Most High say to do, if you will indeed do and keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and love your brother and treat him like yourself, keep going.
And do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We do what the Lord say, he'll be an enemy to our enemies. We ain't got to go out there and kill the cops, like, you know what I'm saying, leave them cops. Like I said, like he allowed the mosques to be shut up and allow, you know what I'm saying, all the evil to happen to them, allow tornadoes to go tear them up and wildfires to go tear them up. He will do it for you. You know what I'm saying? But you have to do your part as well. You know, it's one thing to believe that, like, yeah, I believe it. I believe that the Most High do that. But what does the scripture say about believing? Go ahead.
Faith without works is.
Read, say that louder so they can hear you.
Faith without works is.
Say it.
Dead.
Say it one more time.
Faith without works is dead.
Faith without works is dead. Give him a hand, man. That's 100% faith. Faith without works is dead. You know what I'm saying? Faith without works is dead out here in these streets. It's dead. It's dead work. It's dead faith. You know what I'm saying? You believing in the truth. Yeah, I love that I like what y'all doing, and I believe, but you ain't putting me in no work. You ain't doing nothing. Right. You good as dead, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Because before, when we used to go out on the streets and say the white man is the devil, we got all type of pushback and everything. Now you seeing the jakes out there when we say like, yeah, you're right. You're up to it. Yeah, he is. You know, right. Like, yeah, okay, I see you like it. You like what you're hearing. But what you gonna do about it? You gonna go sell some more crack? Sell some more vagina? You know what I'm saying? Do some more dope? Or are you gonna really, you know, try something different? Really, you know, kick those demons. You know what I'm saying? Kick those demons, man, so you can really put your brick in for real and get those people who is only gonna look at you like, man, the Most High did that for you. Get into the truth, did that for you. All right, man, they can do that for you, man. Man, I can't only imagine what they can do for me. And there's some people that's looking at it like that, who just sit back and watch and just trying to see if it's for real. You know what I'm saying? But they watching you because they look up to you. They look at you as a person who they feel like they see themselves in.
Right.
And they like, man, if this person can do it, I know I can do it. You know what I'm saying? If this person can't do it, it must not be for real. You know, and you know, that's how people in the world is. You know what I'm saying? They want to see, they want, you know, they don't just want to do, they want to, you know, you got to prove something to them. So Jacob, they stiff necked. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture say. You know? But it's all right. Be that example. You know what I'm saying? Let your light shine out to shine them out of the darkness. So they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And they can, you know, get out of that dark place that they in. You know what I mean? That's what we have to get to. You got that?
Yeah, I said I want.
Go ahead.
God. Then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversary.
Right. You will start just seeing like, I got people on my side. I got people on my team that's looking out for me. That's helping me out. Like, I don't know, you know, where this help is coming from. You know what I'm saying? You get jammed up in a situation thinking that it's all bad. Before you know it, you know, this new gig pops up. You know what I'm saying? This new sister pops up, you know, who, you know, wants to give you everything. You know what I'm saying? Just be a helpmate to you. You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, you in the truth, you got brothers all over the country willing to, you know what I'm saying, lay their life down for you. Or kill for you if necessary. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, that's the Lord being an adversary to your adversary, man. But if you're gonna be an enemy to the Most High, then that's a hell of a battle that you have chosen to fight. You know what I'm saying? And Lord be with you. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's the way you want it to go, man. You know what I'm saying? So did I have you grab another one?
No, it was
I just lost my spot. But yeah, I'm gonna get it, man. So we gonna keep it rocking with this. But you know, the reason too, man, like I said, the reason that we go through this, you know what I'm saying, because like I said, we are people like, why go through the Most High? What's the point? Grab go back. What you was holding right there? You had already read that's the high time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go grab John 3 and 14 again. I'm gonna find because I had grab my other little joints, man. You there? Okay, let's get it.
John chapter 3, verse 14. As Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness.
Right, so people, you know, wonder why we go through Christ, why we say, man, you know, you gotta do what Christ did, you know what I'm saying? Live like Christ, like our King. Keep these law, types of commandments. Like, why was Christ, you know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? Because some people don't even want to believe in Christ. Some people don't want to believe he existed. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many records, you know what I'm saying, that show that he was that revolutionary. I forget that one source that talked about that revolutionary that was back over in Roman times. You know what I'm saying? Who was, you know, the super revolutionary. You know what I'm talking about? The story. So like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? They talk about it, about, you know, Christ, about this great revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? Who was back then, you know, teaching the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So Christ, you know, yeah. I know, you know what I'm saying, what it is. But, well, we're gonna get it. Go ahead and read that again.
And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness.
As Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. Anybody know what that's referring to? Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. Go ahead.
When Moses was leading the Exodus and people started sinning and the snakes started biting.
Hey, get it, brother. Hey. That's 100% right, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the metaphor. So hold that real quick. And we're going to get the people. Go to Numbers 21 and 9. Numbers 21 and 9. We get the little precept to this real quick. This is a direct precept to that. You know what I'm saying? What he's referring to. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, while we got to use Christ, it's just like when Moses lifted up that serpent in the wilderness when they was going through the wilderness for them 40 years or whatever. Like I said, the snake was killing their body because people started sending them the Most High, started killing them out there. Like I done got y'all through the Exodus and I done did all these, showed y'all all these miracles. You still got the nerve to sin and be ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? Like the Most High look at us now, like, And I'm showing y'all too much of what I can do if only you would follow me and listen and hearken on to my word. You know what I'm saying? In your worst state, if you pay attention and you can see, in your worst state, the whole world still wants to be just like you. In your worst state, you still continue to thrive in this empire where they are oppressing you at. So if I do that in your worst state, just imagine what I'll do for you in your best state. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't want to notice that. They want to complain about being in the wilderness and complain about, you know, all the things that the Lord has shown them and don't care about it. Go ahead.
Numbers chapter 21, verse 9. And Moses made a serpent of brass and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived.
Right. He did what?
When he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived.
Right. As you live. You know what I'm saying? You might be in there in the wilderness going through hell in this world. But you know what I'm saying? When people understand and beheld and harken on to the fact that meant something, that thing that Moses made, they lived. Getting bitten by the snakes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we see people around us getting bit by, you know, going through the same hell. You know what I'm saying? That metaphor, like going through the same hell that you going through. But they dying behind it. You know what I'm saying? But you are actually hearkening on to the voice of the Lord. Read that again.
Numbers chapter 21, verse 9. And Moses made a serpent of brass and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived.
He lived. You know what I'm saying? Going through that wilderness, going through that hell that they was in that wilderness. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get around them getting bit by these snakes. We know who the serpent is. Like look at the metaphor that represents. We know who the serpent represents. You know what I'm saying? They was going through that hell, man. You know what I'm saying? But they the people who hearkened on to the voice, they lived. So go back to the other scripture, man. Why we must follow Christ in John 14. You know what I'm saying?
John chapter 3, verse 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Son of Man, that's how Christ needs to be lifted up if you want to live in these times. In these times where serpents is biting you and killing us, and these devils, you know what I'm saying, these serpents is killing us in these streets, you want to live through this? You got to uplift the Most High. You got to follow Christ and do the things that, you know what I'm saying, that he did, that he showed you, the path that he laid out for us. Like, hey, he came to the village to show you, like, hey, man, this is what y'all got to do. I'm going to put my life on the line so you don't have to put yours on the line. But what you have to do is do this. Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments the proper way, and this is what's going to guide you from going to make you live from these snake bites. It didn't say you wasn't going to get bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you're not going to die. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to understand that, like you know what I'm saying? They said if any man got bit, you won't die. But you, like I said, you're going to see people going through the same things, getting bit by the same snakes, the same problems, but they're going to turn to smoking crack and die. They're going to turn to whoredom and catch AIDS. They're going to you know what I'm saying, turn to cigarettes and catch cancer. You're going to see that the people around you ain't going to make it, even though y'all going through the same hell. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get caught, you know what I'm saying, and go to prison and have to do life because they hanging around the wrong people. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, you're going to get bit, but you will not die if you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Right. You won't die. You're going to go through some hard times, some trying times, some hurtful times, you know what I'm saying? But if you know what I'm saying, if you do like Christ did, like we know that there wasn't an easy road for Christ. Because he went through hell. He didn't have a place to sleep. Like people be talking about, you a bum. Like, Christ was a bum, if that's the case. The Son of Man had the birds, what do you say, the birds have nests, and you know what I'm saying? Foxes have holes, but the Son of Man had nowhere to lay his head. To compare, according to what they say nowadays, Christ was a bum. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to understand, man, you know, this is not, it's not all about that. It's not all about, what you have. You know what I'm saying? It's not all about what you have and everything. It's about how you live your life. It's about your personality, your character. What do you do for people? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? Do you do things for people just out of, sheer love for your brother? Or do you only do things that can benefit you? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you help your brothers out? Do you do things that are going to, help somebody else that you know what I'm saying? I do things with people all the time, but I know, like, I'm never going to get that back. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a problem because it's not about them, it's about me. You know what I'm saying? It's about me doing the work of the Most High. You know what I mean? Me being a father to the fatherless. You know what I'm saying? Me being a brother to the brotherless. You know what I'm saying? Me being, feeding the homeless. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord said to do, man. So I'm just going to do it, put my brick in, you know what I'm saying, and not expect nothing. If anything comes, Most High in Christ. But I've already lived my life the other way. We've all have. We've all lived that other life. You know what I'm saying? We've all done that. Like, you've done it, I was 30, once I hit 30, then at 30 years old, over 30 years old. You done went 30 years living that life. Like, come on, man. You're on the back, what they call it, the back nine now. You know what I'm saying? You're on the back nine now, man. Like, these next things, that's retirement time. You're working towards retirement now. You know? It's time to, man, try something different. You know what I'm saying? Try to live differently. Let's give it a shot. Like, what do you have to lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, what else do you have to lose on trying to live righteous? You know what I'm saying? You've lived wicked your whole damn life. You know what I'm saying? You got to show these people in the world, you know what I'm saying, that you are stronger in your righteousness than they are in their wickedness.
Right.
All right? That's the test. You know what I'm saying? You got to show them that because that's what they're trying to see all the time. They're going, are you going to worship my God or your God? And when they give you an invite to that, Thanksgiving, celebrate that Christmas party, you're going to go to their Christmas party, but they ain't once came to your Passover. They ain't once came to your Day of Atonement or your Feast of Unleavened Bread. They ain't once done nothing, came to one of your classes or something that you to support you. But how many times do you go and support them in their wickedness? Because they're more stronger in their wickedness than you are in your righteousness. You know what I mean? That's what you're showing them. And they laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? They want, they feel good to get you to be with them. You know, it makes them feel like, I knew it. You know what I mean? So you got to understand the power that you have, man. You know what I'm saying? Over people and people's lives. All right? Who's holding something? Yeah, go ahead.
Verse John 3:15. Whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have eternal life.
You're gonna live forever, man. Eternal life. You ain't gonna die, you're gonna have that eternal life and live forever. That means in your next life you're gonna be living good. And the next life after that you're gonna be living good. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. It's like you know, like, you know what I'm saying? If the Most High came, like that feeling that you get to know, like, man, if the Most High came right now, I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I feel confident to know that I'm not sinning, I'm not doing no evil. I feel like I'll be all right. That's a peaceful space to be in. That's a place of so much non-stress. You know what I'm saying? And when you get to that place, man, it's so what the word is, serene. It's like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I'm not worried about, I'm not scared. You know what I'm saying? I can go anywhere and I ain't not be worried. Like, you can be ready and stay ready, you got your light gun lights or whatever. That don't mean you, but I'm not scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know if I can have one, why not have it? You know what I'm saying? Just like having a pair of shoes. Like, you can walk barefoot, you don't need shoes, so why not have them? You know what I'm saying? So if you can have it, have it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, but it just feels good to not be worried about, dying, worried about being murdered, worried about the police. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see him, like I said, like ain't no scared, like I'm probably gonna get pulled over. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that I feel like something's gonna happen. All is gonna happen, they're gonna take my license and registration and let me go on my way and waste 10 minutes of my life. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I got, you know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the place where we want to get, man. That's a beautiful place to feel like that, to be able to go anywhere and not look over your shoulder and not be worried. You know what I'm saying? And like that scripture said, you know, the Lord to be an adversary to your adversary and an enemy to your enemies. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what you ain't gonna be worried about. Go ahead.
2 Timothy 1:7, where
Go ahead.
the Most High does not use the spirit of fear,
Yeah,
but of
go
a
ahead.
sound mind and peace.
Go ahead, grab it. That's a dope. That's perfect. You can grab that real quick.
My favorite one.
Yeah, no, that's a dope. But I want to get the scripture real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Because these people, man, these devils is terrorizing us, man. You know what I'm saying? They terrorize us. They are the true terrorists on the earth. But we at a place where now they gonna start to feel it. You know what I'm saying? So grab Job 18 and 11.
Yeah, no.
Which one? That one. Go ahead, read that real quick.
2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us the spirit of fear.
For God has not given us the spirit of fear, man. So that's what I was talking about. Like when you do anything, you ain't gonna have that spirit of fear. You know what I'm saying? You can be, you know, on point and watchful like you're supposed to, you know, but you ain't gonna be worried, sitting there worried about this and worried about that. Can I pay this? Can I do that? You ain't gonna be worried. Everything gonna work out. And you're gonna see like, man, everything will work out. And the shit, like I said, the thing, it blows my mind all the time. Cause I'm in this hell right with you, but I know, I'm a living, you know, testimony of it. You know what I'm saying? Like what the Most High do if you really keep the law, if you really do it. Cause I was at that place where I was doing it a little, you know, in and out on the fence and all of that. You know, first coming into the truth. And that wasn't a good place to be. You know what I'm saying? I was going through all types of hell. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a good place to be, man. I had my little pockets, you know, the Lord showing me a pocket here and a pocket there. But I was going through a lot of hell and depression and all type of madness, you know, because I still wanted to smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, being the truth on, you know, like a good Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it was. That's what I was doing. But at that point, it was a hard place for me. So that's why I say I always tell you, I understand because I came through the fight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, when you get out and you make it on the other side, like it's a glorious feeling to be. It's a glorious headspace, spiritual space to be in, man. It's great. It's glorious, man. And you know, so I can't wait to you know, all my brothers and sisters, you know, get in that space, man. So you know, we can take this thing over. Is that it on that?
Just a little bit more. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
Of power and of love and of a sound mind. You know what I'm saying? Peace of mind, what they say? Peace. Right now I'm saying it's what they're saying, peace of mind is priceless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's talking about. A sound mind, man. That's peace of mind, man.
Right.
You ain't around here worried about nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, I can't find I'm so mad I lost my thing. You know, but go grab Obadiah 1 and 10 real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because don't worry, you know what I'm saying, about this hell that we're going through, because the Most High gonna show us. You know what I'm saying? They gotta have to pay. Right. They have to pay. Right. Like, so that's first and foremost. They're gonna pay for this thing. That woman who got murdered out there, our brothers who get murdered in the street, these abortions happening all over our neighborhoods, they have to pay for that, thus says the Lord. Right. This is not my words. Grab Isaiah 14 and 21. You know what I'm saying? Is that what I'm looking for? They have to pay for all of this, man. You got that, Obadiah 1 and 10? Grab that real quick.
Book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
What?
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
All this violence, man. This violence that they doing us in these streets, man, they are completely violent. For the violence that they are doing now, and the violence, hey, Most High Christ, man. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, keep going.
Shame shall cover thee.
It's gonna be a shameful time for them. You know what I'm saying? Shame, they're gonna start feeling horrible about it. Shame gonna cover them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, right now they shooting us in the street. that 14-year-old they pulled up on and shot for a BB gun that they knew. Back in the day, they was using our babies as alligator bait. You know, to catch alligators, feeding our babies to alligators, tying our men between two horses, ripping them apart, cutting their penises off, raping our women, raping our children. That is violence. For that violence, keep going.
Shame shall cover thee.
Shame shall cover thee. Keep going.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
They're gonna be cut off forever. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna pay for that. Forever. This time seems like forever for them being in rulership and being in power. It feels like forever, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they're gonna be wiped off the face of the earth. It's gonna be over with for them. You know what I'm saying? They gotta pay for that. You got that scripture? Go ahead.
Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter.
Do what?
Prepare slaughter.
Prepare slaughter.
For his children.
For their children. Okay? And when it says, when the scripture says prepare slaughter, how do you prepare slaughter? What does that mean? Somebody break that down. What does it mean to prepare slaughter? You raise your hand? How are we to prepare slaughter? Go ahead.
Like sharpen your blades, sharpen your sword, get the army ready, and you know what I'm saying? The people.
That's carnally. You know what I'm saying? That's a carnal thing. That's gonna be another time. This is not a carnal thing. We battle against not flesh and blood. Okay? But principalities is you know what I'm trying to say. Go ahead.
We gotta keep the law, have brotherhood.
Give him a hand, please. That's how we prepare slaughter. We get the Lord on our side. How do we get the Lord on our side? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
That's how we prepare for the slaughter that's to come. All right. You know what I'm saying? Once we get ourselves right, we get our morals together, we get our moral compass right. That's building the army. We building the army right now. We already doing that. Right. We're sharpening our sword. I thought you was doing that when you said sharpen that sword. Yeah, sharpen that sword. This is the sword. Right. Sharpen that thing. Sharpen your sword. Get out here and get the knowledge of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And be able to teach your people to have, you know what I'm saying, a moral compass. Teach them these laws. Sharpen, yeah. That's how we sharpen our sword. Getting our people sharp out here in these streets. Right. So when the Lord comes, man, we will be prepared for the slaughter. Right. Okay? That's what that's talking about. Keep going.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise.
Hold on. Let's slow that down. Prepare slaughter for what?
For the iniquity of their fathers.
For the iniquities of their fathers. You're gonna have a lot of these oppressors, these Edomites, these devils tell you, man, I didn't have no slaves. Right. But you living off the money of the slave. Right. You inherited all the money. You living with, if you give all the money back right now. That house you got it from, you know that house is passed down through generation from generation. You know where they got that money from. Give that money up there. Oh no, I can't do that. Right. Well, you will be prepared for the slaughter. Prepared to be slaughtered.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
From God, that they do not rise, nor possess the land.
They do not rise nor possess the land. They ain't gonna rise no more. It's gonna be over with. Like so they're gonna be cut off forever. They ain't gonna rise up no more on this earth. They had their time. They done ran this empire into the ground. They done ran the earth into the ground. Right. You know what I'm saying? The ozone layer is polluted, the water's polluted, the people are polluted. Women, children, everybody. They got man wanting to be women, man, women, LGBTWQ, whatever. It's confusion. It's whatever. Man. It's horrible out here. You know what I'm saying? But they say that last part again.
From God, that they do not rise.
That they do not rise, man. They not gonna rise no more.
It's a little more.
Go ahead.
Nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Man, nor fill the face with cities. It's over with. They not gonna possess the land, fill the face with cities. Go ahead.
Like you want to hear about London? Like of course, a city called London or Paris.
Right. We're gonna change all them names. All them names gonna be something Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Whatever The rule of that land, that might be yours. That might be yours. You know what I'm saying? You can name it Yakudash now. You know what I'm saying? It's Yakudash over here. I'm naming this. It's my little piece, you know? And that's what it's gonna be, man. We gonna have this thing, and and everybody else gonna serve the Most High. Every knee shall bow. You know what I'm saying? Thus says the Lord, man. You know, grab Ezekiel 35:5, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so like I said, they gotta pay. It's all over these scriptures that they have to pay. All right. You know what? I forgot to answer that question about Lucifer and Satan. So I did get that. So Salakia, if y'all watching that needed that, man. Let me get that real quick. Well, grab that real fast. And,
You said Ezekiel what?
35:5.
You want to spend time on this? You want to spend time on this?
Oh, you can have it ready. That's fine.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna just
It's pretty fun.
go to the scripture. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're gonna get it, man. You know, so they gotta pay for this. So all of y'all that's feeling depressed and feeling sad and mad, you know, it's okay to be angry. But you should be angry enough to get off of drugs. And she'll make you so angry that you're not gonna steal again. You're not gonna lie again. You're not gonna have sex with another brother's wife. That's how mad you should be. You're not gonna celebrate Christmas no more, give a white man, give this empire no more your money. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna love it, like it should make you that mad. That sister getting murdered in the streets like that should give you that strength to prepare the slaughter, to be prepared for it, and not be a part of the slaughter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when the Lord comes back to make this world, 2/3 of our people gonna die as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it's gonna be. So you can be a part of the slaughter, or you can be prepared for the slaughter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's up to you, man. The choice is yours, thus says the Lord, man. Right. You got that?
Come.
All right, let's get it, son.
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Because they have had a perpetual hatred. They have had a perpetual hatred towards us forever. And we were sitting there wondering, why do y'all hate us so much? Like, man, we didn't bleed, we bleaching our skin, we celebrating Christmas, we out here cooling to death. You know what I'm saying? Why you still hate us? Keep going.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
And they have shed our blood because they've hated us and shed our blood. Keep going.
By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
Shed our blood by the force of that sword. You know what I'm saying? We have been murdered by them. That new sword is that new gun. We was castrated back in the day, beheaded back in the day. Now we're getting shot down in the street with that sword now. Keep going.
In the time that their iniquity. In the time that their iniquity had an end. Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saying, the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood.
I will prepare thee unto blood. As he's been preparing them for. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing 20, they catching all the AIDS, you know what I'm saying? Keep going.
And blood shall pursue thee. Says thou hast hated blood for Salaki. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Right. Even your blood, like you're gonna kill them all type of ways. Like they're gonna be put to death, man, in the worst way. You know what I'm saying? Blood gonna pursue them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that AIDS disease is a blood disease. That's why they kill them left and right. You know what I'm saying? They catching all kind of cancers from the sun. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't even stand outside in that. You know, it's gonna happen to them, man. But it'll happen on a bigger scale. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High has mercy on us. And he wants many of us to come into the truth and get right as possible. So you ain't got to be a part of the slaughter. You can be prepared for it. All right? You got something else? Okay. Let's grab real quick, man. Let's see, I'm gonna try to get this down. Grab so for instance, like I said, we called him the devil. I know the brother, I believe the good brother or sister, asked about the devil, why we called him the devil and Satan and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Satan works for the Most High. The devil means deceiver, Lucifer. All those are terms for the Edomites. You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man is deceiver. In the scriptures, they, you know what I'm saying, you hear a different him referred to. But we'll get it. Grab you can we'll try to get it. We got a little time. Go ahead. Grab grab Job 1 and 6. You know what I'm saying? We'll get the answer this week. I thought I forgot how you say it to you.
I knew what you were calling.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
The book of Job, chapter 1, verse 6. Now there was the day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord.
So they're having a council, man. You know what I'm saying? To show you all that Satan is not against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You know, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Satan is not against him. You know what I'm saying? Satan works for the Most High and does the job that the Most High tells him to do. And this is what you would call a council up there in that you know, fourth dimension of where the Most High dwells.
Right.
All right, keep going.
And Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, which is cometh thou?
Like, where are you coming from? You know what I'm saying? He said to Satan, like, and so if Satan was against the Most High, you know, he'd be like, none of your business where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you asking me where I'm coming from? I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth.
He's going to and fro in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, they like a roaring lion seeking who they may devour, going to and fro in the earth. Keep going.
And from walking up and down in it. Verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
Right. He's like, man, I've been going to and fro, up and down, you know, doing my job, trying to get people up out of here. The Lord asked him, man, what about, have you considered my servant Job? Keep going.
And that there is none like him in the earth.
Right.
A perfect and upright man.
Man, that's perfect. What made him perfect?
One that feared.
Oh, okay. He already gave it to him. Go ahead, keep going. You got it.
One that feared God.
Right.
And eschewed evil.
Right. So that we all know that's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. If you feel the Lord, you keep the law because you're afraid of what not keeping the laws will do to you.
Right.
All right. So you know what I'm saying. That's just a piece to show you, know what I'm saying, that Satan didn't work. You know what I'm saying. For the Satan don't work on his own. He's not against the Most High. He works for the Most High. Get a little bit more on that real quick.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, does Job fear God or not?
Right. Like what was you? I thought you know if he serving you for nothing. Keep going.
Verse 10. Has not thou made an hedge around about him?
Right. Like you asked me to go do something to Job, like you ain't protecting him. You know what I'm saying? Like so you try to say he's serving you for nothing. Like, you know good well I can't do that touch Job. You know you got your protection on this man. What you mean gonna touch Job? Come on, man. So he serving you. You know I get a picture of people talking. You know what I mean? Like so he's serving you for nothing. Have I touched Job? You are something else. Have I touched Job? You know good well I can't do nothing to Job, but he's serving you. You know what I mean? Keep going.
And about his house.
Right, and about his house.
And about all that he had on every side.
Right, man, that's a glorious place to be in with the Lord, man. Like I told, like Satan can't even touch. Satan, like it was a joke to him, like, well, he must be serving you for nothing there. You know I can't mess with Job. Like that's how strong that hedge of protection, man. If you really, man, be like you said, fear the Lord. You know, all, you know what I'm saying, and put away evil. Like get to that place, man, with the Most High. Put away evil, man, so you can have the type of protection that'll have Satan. No, he ain't even gonna look your way because he know the Lord is with you. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to that place, man. You know, so you know that's you know showing you that the Lord, you know, Satan ain't going against him. So go to Isaiah 14 14 and 12. You know what I'm saying? So Satan is an angel, you know what I'm saying, who had a job to do. His job is to, you know, weed out the people who ain't gonna serve the Most High. Get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? That's his job, and he does a great job. He is an excellent soldier for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He does his job. Isaiah 14 and 12. This is about, you know, go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right. So when this is talking about how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer. This is not talking about heaven, you know what I'm saying, like where the Lord dwells. This is talking about that heavenly state in the earth that the white man is going to fall from.
Right.
Okay, that's what that's about. How have you fallen? That's what that's talking about. We're gonna get some more. You know what I'm saying? That's why that prayer that we pray, the Lord's prayer. Thy
Right.
kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? We want that perfect harmony that's up there with the Most High is perfect. And that's why it's supposed to be on the earth. And that's how it's gonna be when Israel is back in rulership again. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground?
I know you was looking for that Lucifer, and Lucifer, if you look it up, I believe it means just like light bearer. You know what I'm saying? If you look up the word Lucifer, you know what I'm saying? I believe it means light bearer, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, oh son of the morning, you know what I'm saying? That was just a state of being that he's felt like he looking like, how have you fallen? You know what I'm saying? People gonna be looking at it like the white man runs the whole earth. He runs everything. He's gonna be born like, how have you fallen? You know what I'm saying? Keep going. That it on that? Go ahead.
How art thou cut down to the ground?
Right, how you down on the ground on that low state, in the dust, in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? You was up sitting high, now you cut down to the ground. Keep going.
Which didst weaken the nations.
Right, you weaken the nations. You weaken all the nations. You know what I'm saying? White man did, you know, he got the Asians wearing three-piece suits. He got Israel running around there bleaching their skin. You know what I'm saying? He has weakened all these nations and watered them all down and got them away from their customs and culture. Keep going.
Verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
You know that's what they try to do. They got space stations up there right now, trying to set they, build nests on the moon and space stations. They try, you know what I mean? They trying to explore the planet. They want to be God. Right. They're trying to clone babies and, they trying to do everything. Make a whole new person. Talking about transgender, like a whole new species. A man, woman, he, she, him, her, him, them, dude, them. Shem. What they call that's what I said. Shem. They trying to make it a whole new thing. You know what I'm saying? The little dude on the side of on the door to tell you the bathroom is a half man, half woman, got the little skirt on one side and a leg on the other side. Talking about transgender bathrooms, all this here. You know what I'm saying? It's horrible, man. But that's what they tried to do. You know what I'm saying? That's who this is referring to, oh Lucifer. How you fallen from this state where you doing all of this? That's how we're gonna look at it, like, man. Let's sit on that.
I will sit almost upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. Verse 14. I will ascend above the heights.
Right. So that's that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go to the next. So that's Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about the white man falling from his heavenly state. So now go and grab Revelations 12 and 9. All right? Just to get some more, understanding about, why we call the white man the devil. You know what I'm saying? That the Bible speaks of. Why we say that. Because like I said in the scriptures, he is referred to as Lucifer, as Satan, but it's about, the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Having that Satan spirit doing the work. Just like why was Christ? Who was Christ referred to? What was Christ referred to as? Go ahead.
Son of God.
The Son of God. Why was he called the Son of God?
Because he did the Lord's will.
Give him a hand. Hey, okay, I see you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Got to get that studying on, man. That's what it's all about. Because he did the work of the Lord. That's why he was considered the Son of the Most High. Just so that's the same thing when it comes to Satan. When they call, you know what I'm saying, you are of your father, the devil. We're going to get that next book. Let's get it. Revelation 12 and 9.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out.
Right, that great dragon. You know what I'm saying? That's talking about, you know what I'm saying, the Lord, the white man's military power. That dragon being able to shoot, you know, like a dragon, the man playing shooting all over. You ain't ever seen a mass attack from the sky from the plane, looking like a fire-breathing dragon on people. And this is what John, a vision that he was seeing back then about the future, what's going on now. Okay, keep going.
That old serpent.
That what?
Old serpent.
That old serpent. Who remember what the old serpent was? Go ahead.
The snake in the garden.
The snake in the garden. Give him a hand. 100%. All right. That old serpent. Keep going.
Called the devil.
Called the what?
The devil.
Called the devil. You know what I'm saying? That old serpent called the devil, man. That's who that was in that garden. Okay? The devil. Keep going.
And Satan.
And Satan. You know what I'm saying? You called that because that's the works that you're doing. You're doing the work of your Father. You are him. You know, the Son of God is Christ. You are of your father, the devil. You know what I'm saying? Who was called Satan, who was called all these names. We know that the angel Satan is who he is up there with the Lord. But, you know, the people that follow him is this. Go ahead.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Which what?
Deceiveth the whole world.
Deceiveth the whole world. Everybody worshiping white Jesus right now. Right. All over. You know, in countries all over. Brazil, they got a big white Jesus that you always see in the movie. Dude standing in that big old statue everywhere. You go to Africa, they got white Jesus, you know, everywhere. They serving white Jesus. Keep going.
He was cast out into the earth.
Cast out where?
Into the earth.
Cast out where?
Into the earth.
Into the earth. Okay? This is not, you know, we know Satan is up there with the Most High, but this person is in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Cast out in the earth. He's going to be cast down from his heavenly state in the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening. Okay, keep going.
And his angels was cast out with him.
And everybody who followed all his minions, you know what I'm saying, that followed Satan, that followed his teachings and did his works. Them is his people. You know what I'm saying? The white man, everybody who served and all the work you're doing the work of Satan, you are his angel. You know what I'm saying? You are, it's like the Christ was the Son of God. That, you know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying from heaven, now is come salvation.
Right. So drop that and grab John, or hold that, you can grab John 8 and 44 real quick, just for a quick precept to this scripture. All right, John 8 and 44. And we kind of mentioned it earlier. You know what I'm saying? That old serpent, that great dragon. You know what I'm saying? That's all names. Over time, you know what I'm saying, that the devil was called by. You know what I'm saying? This is who this man is in the earth. Like the scriptures say, like, you know, the devil must be revealed first before, you know what I'm saying? So that's why we out here trying to show you. If you can grab that scripture too, the devil must be revealed before salvation, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, before salvation to come, we got to reveal who the devil is to the people. So they know. So then people can get their mind right. That's so we got to do. That's why we say, now do you see who the devil is? We put this information out, and they showing you who they are. But you still want to believe that the devil is some man waiting for you under the ground with a pitchfork. And that's not realistic. That's fairy tale. Go ahead.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you.
Let no man deceive you.
By any means.
By any means. Keep going.
For that day shall not come.
That day shall not come.
Except there come
Keep going.
a falling away.
Unless that first become a falling away. You want that day, that judgment day, the day of the Lord to come, it must be a falling away. Keep going.
Except there come a falling away first.
First a falling away. Keep going.
And that man of sin be revealed.
That man of sin be revealed. Keep going.
The son of perdition.
The son of perdition. The son of perdition. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Satan. You know what I'm saying? And you can look up, you know what I'm saying, if you go to the Bible dictionary, the son of perdition. I know you got it over there. You know what I'm saying? The son of perdition. You know what I'm saying? The devil must be revealed. I feel like we were missing something because the son of perdition must be revealed. It's supposed to say it clear, a little more clear than that for the people, just so they know. But grab that. Go ahead.
John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father, the devil.
Right. And so this was Christ, talking to, you know what I'm saying, the Sadducees and the Pharisees. You know what I'm saying, telling them, are you all of your father, the devil? Knowing, like, kind of mocking them because they Israelites. But if you're not doing the work of the Israelites, you are of your father, the devil. That's who you serve. You ain't serving the Most High. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is a spiritual thing. Keep going.
In the lust of your father ye would do.
That's the lust of your father ye would do. Man. Keep going.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
He was a murderer from the beginning. What is he talking about when he said a murderer from the beginning? Go ahead. Cain. Talking about Cain, the first murderer in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Cain, he was a murderer from the beginning. Let him know that was, you know what I'm saying? That same spirit of Satan was in Cain. That's on these Sadducees and Pharisees that Christ was cutting to shreds. Keep going.
And abode not in the truth.
And did what?
Abode not in the truth.
Not in the truth at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they wasn't in the truth. Like we talk about these fake pastors and all these fakeness going on now. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Because there is no truth in him.
Right. Ain't no truth in these. Ain't no truth in them. Keep going.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Those lies come from, they'll tell you they from the Bible. They read not the Bible. But that's their own words. That image of Christ came from their own thing. That lie. Keep going.
For he is a liar and the father of it.
Father of it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand, man, that when we talk about Satan and the devil and all that, it's all scriptural. You know what I'm saying? This is who these people are. They have the spirit of Satan. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit that they have, that they display all through the earth. That's what you've been seeing over these last few days with the murdering us in the street. That's what we have seen over 400 years of through slavery. The devil, the work of their father, Satan, Lucifer. They go by many names.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's that same spirit since the beginning, that old serpent. You know what I'm saying? So understand who your enemy is, man. You ain't find that scripture? I believe that's it, the son of perdition. Did you look up that word? Son of perdition, that's what it said?
Yes, son of perdition.
Yeah. You get that in the Bible dictionary, I mean. Go ahead.
It's like I saw one where he'd be like, how is it hit? Like it was a fellow prophecy, like a time, and like he was like, how is it him? Is this the man? Like is
this the man that caused the world to shake?
Yeah, like is this the man?
No, but that one sounded more about right. Like before the day can come, it must first be a fallen away first. Right. And the son of perdition must be revealed. Is that what it said? It said that, right? Yeah. The son of perdition must be revealed. So yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. So yeah, we must reveal who the son of perdition is. Go ahead.
And the definition of perdition is the state of being in hell forever as punishment after death.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying? That's it right there. The state of being in hell is the state that we're in. And the person that has us in this hellish state is the white man, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
So they have to be revealed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what son of perdition is. That son of perdition has to be revealed. Their father, what they say? So you are of your father, the devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's right there. So they must be revealed. We must call them together. They must be brought out in the light so we can get out of this hell, man.
Right.
All right. So so with that, man, we're gonna end the class, man. Make sure you subscribe, man, to everything I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? ISUPK.com, man. Pay your tithes. Subscribe to everything I.S.U.P.K. Minneapolis. All right. Also on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everything. Also, man, get ready. You know what I'm saying? We got a weekend coming up for the ages, man. The Fire Weekend in the Midwest in Chicago, July 25th is the kickoff. That whole weekend, July 25th, you know what I'm saying? We got the lecture with Captain Covers off July 26th. We're gonna be blazing the streets, you know what I'm saying? Then we got the Band 2 Festival, I believe on the 27th and the 28th. We got the cookout where we feeding the whole city, man. Everybody's invited. When I say everybody, I mean Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? Come down there July 25th, man. Kick it with the real priests and prophets of the Most High. All the generals, all the heavy hitters is gonna be in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna want to miss it, man. So make sure you get there, you know what I'm saying, and support, you know, some of this truth, man, so we can get up out this hell. So with that, I want to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Maccabi.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share the tales of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3:8-10 means 10 in the Hebrew, YAHANNA. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming holy convocation, which is the Feast of First Fruits, which will be June 17th. All right, 50 days from the Feast of Unleavened Bread. But we celebrate on the 50th day. All right? If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pegs, headband, and scarf. All right?
Yeah, Lord's Prayer, real quick.
All right. YAHANNA means to stand and face the east. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. YAHANNA. Shabbat Shemayim.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our debt, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. Y'all by Shimmy on Shabbat.
Come to talk, class is missed. Double time, fellas. Let's get up out of here. Double time.
She was looking for that mouse too, that white lady.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
When you took the mouse out,
You said what?